Hey there, what's up? How are you doing? Welcome back to the WGR Academy Prospecting Mastery. Let's hop right in. And before we do, make sure you got a pen or a pencil and paper or your notepad or something, whenever you use your tablet, so that you can take notes. And before we really dive in deep to what prospecting mastery is, we've got to set up an understanding of why the real estate business is so simple. Let me ask you a question. What if you could make your business so easy it was impossible to fail? What if you knew that every single day you were going to have more customers flooding into your business? What if you knew that by doing that, not only would you make more money, your life would be easier, but you'd be able to grow and help other people on a higher level? Would you be okay with that? Well, let me teach you why it's so simple to do that. Our real estate business is really broken into 4 pieces. How many pieces? 4. That's right. I want you to write these 4 pieces down, because at the end of this module, I'm going to have a little bit of an exercise for you so that you can understand where it is you've got to grow next. Cool? So first of all, we've got our sales department. And that's really what we're going to talk about a lot in this program, is because sales is the ability to sell yourself first and foremost. You've got to be able to get on the phones and talk, whether it's a cold lead, a warm lead, a for sale by owner lead, expired lead, doesn't matter, an internet lead, does not matter. You've got to have one skill, the ability to communicate to that individual and get them to meet with you, right? Don't even think about trying to list their home or get them to sign a contract with you as a buyer until you meet with them first. So the objective is, in your sales department, is set appointments, give them a presentation, get a contract signed, and then put them through your customer experience, all right? Next is we have to have a marketing process. Now, we're going to talk about 3.5 laws that are going to make you amazing networkers, okay? Would you like to be a better networker? And when we dive into prospecting mastery, what prospecting is great networking. It's the ability to meet new people, but once you meet a person, how can you really cultivate that relationship? And that's through something that's called the law of recallability. We'll go in deeper further onto the modules, but just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Marketing, think of it as the law of recallability, how everyone's going to know about you. And we'll understand that there's 2 parts to marketing. One is really a proactive approach, and one is a passive approach. Proactive is more involved with the sales side. It's networking. It's being on the phone with people. It's being in front of people. It's having voice-to-voice conversation. And with today's technology, it even involves voice messages, video messages, text messages, and really understanding how to not mess it up so that you get the opportunity to have a sale, to meet with them, to be in front of them. Now, I would dare say that 60 to 70% of your focus has got to be on the sales part, and then you're going to have a good chunk focused on marketing, okay? But the idea is can you automate your marketing process? And we're going to talk about that throughout the training program. As we look at marketing, what really we have are 2 different places we're going to market. Number one is we want to market to those people that have at least heard our name, the people that love us, the people that support us, the people that are going to hear about us over and over again. Okay, that's where I recommend you set up all of your marketing plans, and it's so easy with today's technology. The other part of marketing, where a lot of people are doing, is they're really focusing on marketing to people that have never heard of them before, right? And that's more of a networking tool. And yes, you can generate leads that way, but you've still got to have the skill to be able to set an appointment, present, get a contract signed. Remember, the whole purpose of this program is to teach you how to get more appointments, to teach you to get more face-to-face time so you can get more contracts signed. Would you be okay with that? How would that affect your entire business if you had, instead of 1 or 2 people to meet with per month, you had 1 or 2 people to meet with per day, right? In the thick of my sales career, when I was really active as the salesperson, I'd go on 2 or 3 appointments every single day. How do you think that's going to help the ratios if you have more at-bats, more people to present to? Well, the answer is obvious. More at-bats means you're going to have more base hits, even if you suck at swinging sometimes. Even the worst batter gets on base sometimes. And what's cool is you look at a professional baseball player, the best players, they're getting on base maybe only 33% of the time. 33% of the time. So imagine if you just had more at-bats and you're getting on base 33% of the time, but now, instead of 33% of 5 times throughout the month, it's 33% of 20 times throughout the month. And because you're going on so many more at-bats, you're going to gradually increase that ratio, okay? The next part after marketing is our operations department. This is the place we've really got to automate it. Write this book down. You got to go read it. It's a book called E-Myth. If you haven't read it, read it. Learn how to create your operations department so that a 12-year-old could manage your business. So you can focus more on sales and marketing and really focus on sales. And also when you're off, you're off. When you're on vacation, you're on vacation. You're not having to deal with operating the entire process. And then finally, is we got to understand what are our priorities. What are the things that are most important for us in our life and in our business so that we can get really clear on what is the result that we want to achieve? Well, I want to achieve 20 appointments per month, 5 per week. All right, that's the outcome. That's the result that I want to create. Why is that important for me? Well, if I have 20 appointments per month, I'm going to have more appointments to go on. I'm going to have more people to present to. I'm going to be able to improve my presentation skill. I'm going to be able to actually get more contracts signed. If I get more contracts signed, I'm going to have more customers paying me money. If I have more customers paying me money, I earn more money. If I earn more money, I have more money to invest. I have more money to spend on taking my family to a first-class vacation. I have more money to buy that car that I want. I have more money to put my kids in that school that I want to put them in, or that tumbling or that dance or that soccer, that baseball thing. Or maybe I'm just able to create way more security for my wife or my spouse or whatever, my family, so that we can actually perform at a higher level inside of our family relationship. The list goes on and on and on, but you got to understand what's the outcome you want, why is it important to you? And then finally, we want to talk about our massive action. Right? If we're clear on our priorities and we're clear on why we want those in our life and those results, now we have to decide, well, what's the action that drives that forward? What's the action item that's going to allow me to get those 20 appointments? What's the thing today that if I have a specific result that I want, if I act on a specific actionable item that's going to drive me to get that result? That's what I want you to be able to identify throughout this program so that you can act. Now, here's how trainings work. You're going to pick up things that resonate with you along the way. And you can watch this program for the next several weeks, and then even 3 months later, watch it again, and you're going to have a whole nother outcome. You're going to have a whole other understanding because you're going to be in a different place mentally. So I recommend that you watch each video twice throughout the week. You can crank through all of them, but then go through all of them again. Doesn't matter, but make sure you go through at least 2 or 3 times every video that you pick out those things you just missed the first time, right? We go through levels of consciousness. Our first is we don't know what we don't know. That's called unconscious incompetence. Then all of a sudden we become aware of it. I need more customers. That's called conscious incompetence, but you're just not quite sure how to get them. Then you learn how to get them because you take this program, and that's called conscious competence. And then finally, it becomes so ingrained into you, instead of creating habits, you create rituals, things that you do that are so important that drive you to your results, that once you get to that point, you get to unconscious competence, where you just naturally are making money, you're just naturally getting customers, you're just naturally doing whatever it takes to create your business and even more, your life that you want. So here's what I want you to do is I want you to take each one of these areas, write them on a piece of paper, and I want you to rank them on a scale of 1 to 10. A 10 is you're crushing it with sales. You're just laying down the law. 1 is you suck miserably. You're not doing any prospecting at all. Your business is terrible. In fact, you're just 1 day away from going out of business. Rank that on a scale of 1 to 10. Do all of that with all of these. Look at your marketing. 10 is I am omnipresent. Everyone knows about me. My past customers know about me. My friends know about me. My family knows about me. I'm not just thinking that you think they know about you, but you know they know about you because you can look at them. For example, my brand, the WGR. Everyone freaking knows me as the WGR. Everyone knows this is the WGR, right? There's no question about it. Right? So you got to ask yourself, at what level does everyone know who you are, what you stand for, and what you're cranking out business level wise? Okay. Finally, your operations. A 10 is you could walk away for a month and your business would still operate, if you understand you have your sales and marketing in place. But a 1 is you have to reinvent the process every single day, right? You're running around like your head cut off like a chicken. And then finally is your priorities. 10 is you know exactly what you want to create. You know exact outcomes that you want in your life with spiritual, mental, physical, social, financial, and emotional. And really at the end of it, you know what you want to achieve with your sales business, with your real estate sales business, okay? And 1 is you have no freaking clue. You think you're walking north and you're actually heading south. Well, what I want you to do is find out exactly where you're standing. Let's say you're a 7. And you're going to ask yourself this question, what would it take to make me a 10? And you're going to find out that 1 or 2 things on every one of these levels that you've got to figure out, you've got to learn that's going to take you to a 10. So that's your massive action item for this module. Now, I appreciate you being here. Are you ready to get into action? Are you ready to start making money? We'll start now with this exercise, and we'll see you on the next module.